Hey guys, Like here. Today's video, oil change on a 2007 Dodge Charger. This will be the same for 2006 through 2010 models. I realized with all the videos I did on this car, I never did an oil change video, and I feel like this will be helpful for many. What you're gonna need? You're gonna need an oil drain pan. You're most likely gonna need a jack your car up. You're gonna need oil, which we're using 10W30. That's what this car wants. I'm using Castrol GTX high mileage. Got a Walmart for like 20 bucks for 5 quarts. You need 5.7 quarts. So I got a little bit left over in this jug from a previous change, so that we're gonna get that. Filter, I'm using Fram, it's a pH16. You might need a filter removal tool. You might not, it depends, you know, how tight your dealer or you before tighten it up. You're gonna need a rag, gloves. You're gonna need a socket, 13mm for the drain plug, funnel, and some gloves. So let's get started. And before we do get started, guys, definitely check out my description below for links to other jobs in this car, as I did brakes, I did radiator, and a bunch of other things. And if interesting, subscribe to my channel. I have a lot of how-to videos on how and car stuff, as much and a lot more. So yeah, let's go. Close up. Oil is 10W30. Since my car is over 75,000 miles, I'm using high mileage. The filter is pH16, but when you can check your owner's manual, or you know, when you're at AutoZone, Walmart, you know, they can tell you what you need. There's books and everything. Funnel, for the drain plug is actually 17mm socket, not 13. I'm sorry, I was referring to my Grand Cherokee Jeep on the 13. Get yourself some gloves and a rag. Funnel. And first, what we're going to do is loosen up the oil cap, which is right here next to your filter. You might have the box air filter. This is an aftermarket K&N one, so it looks a little different, but the oil fill is right here. So I'm going to loosen this up, so when I'm draining the oil, I have air just to, you know, let it drain easier, so there's no suction. I am going to keep it covered so I don't get nothing in there. And we're going to jack up the car now so we can drain it. And I have a link below to video on how to repair your oil pan if you have issue with a loose drain plug, which I'm going to do a quick clip on that, so check the link below and you'll see what I mean in a second. So now we get under the car, and Chargers usually have a plastic protective barrier here, so you might have to remove that. Mine got ripped off a long time ago, so it's no longer here. So the oil pan is right here, and this is where you're going to unscrew with your 17mm socket the drain plug to drain the oil. The thing is, mine no longer has that. I replaced mine with that thing I just showed you because my thread was all worn out. The dealership messed it up and tried to blame me for it. They must have used power tools or something to tighten it up. So this one is a little easier, which I have a video link below how to use. But basically all I'm gonna do, it's magnetic once you install this, and I'm just pulling this out to drain it, and that's it. Don't lose your piece or your drain plug if you unscrew it. And we're gonna let that drain. I'm actually gonna drop the car so this can fully drain out. You want every single drop out of your oil. And one thing I forgot to mention is heat up your car. Let the oil be warm before you drain it, so it's warm and loose and more of it can get out. I did come back from a drive. I let my car cool down for half an hour, and now I'm doing the oil change. Once that drains out, we're gonna come to the filter, which is right here, and then we'll pop this off. So I'm gonna lower the car and let this fully drain out now. So the pan is drained. Now we can get the filter out. You should be, you can't use it by hand, use the tool. There we go. It shouldn't be super tight, but sometimes people over tighten it. It is going to leak all over, so make sure your pan is under. Let all that drain out, then we can start putting everything back. So, getting the new filter ready, I am going to put a little bit of oil in it first. That's what they recommend to do. And you want to put a little bit on the O-ring itself. It's going to give you a better seal. And then for those that are using this traditional drain plug for your oil pan, This is what it looks like. It's the 17mm one. Make sure it's all clean, there is no garbage or dust around it anywhere before you even install it. And you're gonna torque this. If you have a torque wrench, you're gonna torque it to 25 foot-pounds. If not, you're gonna give it just a good turn. You don't want to over torque it. That's what happened for me. That's why I had to replace it, because the dealer quoted me $900 for replacing the oil pan. I did that for 20 bucks. So check out the video below for that. Alright, we're gonna get our oil filter back in. And once it's tight, you want to give it another 1/4 to 2/3 turn, just to give it a good secure connection, and you'll be good. And now the drain plug. So as I mentioned, 17mm one if you're using the regular one, or in this case we have this magnetic one. Make sure that your seal is back on there if it came off, and this is just gonna pop right in like this, and that's it, and it's sealed. And that's my upgrade. It was this or replacing this oil pan, which was $900 quoted because the thread was worn out in here. And this has been 3 years now, no leaks, no nothing. As you guys can see, it works great. Let's get the oil back in the car and we're done. So now we just gotta get the oil in. As I mentioned before, 5.7 quarts. I recommend getting 2 of these big cans, although you're not going to use it all, because the Dodge Chargers after 50,000 miles love to eat oil. I have a whole video below about that, what you need to do and what the solution is. So yeah, you always have to top up oil basically in this car. So I like to just get 2 of those. Saves money than buying one little can, which gets a lot pricier. I like to put a rack here just in case I have any spills, and I'm just going to fill this up. Now just to top it off, as you guys can see, these cans do have a measurement guide here, so you can basically either put it in a separate container or just go by this. There you go, I got my 0.7. Clean it all up in here. Close this up. We're gonna check on the bottom for any leaks, and then you're gonna run the car for about a minute just to move it all around. All right guys, we are done. That's an oil change in a Dodge Charger. The idea is gonna work for most cars. Just have to check your manual or specs online for the filter and the oil type to use and how much and all that. But please comment below if you have any questions. Subscribe if you like this and my other videos. Check the description below for other links on this car. And that's it guys, appreciate it, thank you.